Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. Smith catches left side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
Here's Wilson to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Falcons 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomb, lock it. Ready.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
With the score Vikings 17, Falcons 7.
Ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Akers is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. Remember, he was drafted and released by the Vikings. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wilson. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kareem Hunt, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 2nd down, Cook. There's a nice move. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson got a man. It's London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 27 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Roth. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll dump this off to Cook.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment, though.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jermaine Johnson
Able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Touchdown, Falcons! Cam Akers, 38 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action now. Wilson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 37-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing is Wilson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 31, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This is caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back.
And he gets in. Touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Wilson now off the bootleg.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Ready,
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Carlson able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some room to maneuver. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. London hauls this one in. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson's throwing into the hands of Pitts here. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Wilson to throw. And he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Orbit.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.